Yo, what's up? We're NOTD.
And today we're gonna do a tutorial on our latest single, I Don't Know Why, together with Astrid S.
Hi, I'm Caroline Pennell, and this is how I wrote on the song I Don't Know Why by NOTD featuring Astrid S. So I was in London at the time with a producer named Gill, and he and I were working on the track together after a long week of sessions in London, and we were having so much fun. We had worked like 3 years prior, maybe 2 years prior, on a one-off session, and we reconnected in 2019, in the beginning of 2019, and we just had been doing so much together because we got along so well. So we were sort of on a roll in our own little world of having fun and making songs, and we were both out in London on a writing trip, and we were working on a different song all day in the studio, and sort of end of the day we were like, let's do another one, and it sort of just came out in like 30 minutes. Jason started to play some chords on the piano, and I was sort of off in my own world and got really overwhelmed and like went into the corner and wrote the top line, and he did the track, and we came together, and he was like, I think this should be different and this should be different. We sort of like finessed it, and in like 30 minutes the whole song was done, and it was really, really cool. And not all sessions happen like that, and so when there is a song that comes out of nowhere, it feels like magic, and you sort of remember that that's like the high that you live for when you're making songs. It was really, really cool. I had just met a guy at the time, and I was in London, and I hadn't felt sort of that feeling in a while, and so this song was about, oh my god, I'm really, really into you, and I don't know where this came from, and I don't understand what's happening. And I was sort of writing only happy songs at that time, and I think the song is the perfect representation of that time, because I was sort of in my own world, and what came out of it was this really fun, genuine pop song about connection and love. And we just both left the session feeling like, I think this was really good. I think this song was really, really good. I remember Jason doesn't give compliments lightly, but I think it's his Swedishness, and I am American. I'm always over complimenting things, but at the end of the session he said, oh, this is very good, and I'm like, oh my god, Jason thinks it's really good. He definitely thinks it's really good. He either says at the end of the session, this is very good, or he doesn't say anything at all. So deep down I was like, oh my god, I think this is really good. We both got in a taxi on the way home to the back to the hotel after the session, and we played it in the aux cord, and it sounded sort of shitty because the aux cord was broken, and it sounded like it was on the radio with lost signal, and we were like, oh my god, I really hope that this song finds a really good home because it feels so special. And then NOTD hopped on it and killed it with the production, and Astrid put her vocals on, and we just couldn't be more happy. Astrid and Jason and I had worked later that summer, actually right after that trip, and so it just felt so perfect that she hopped on the song with us anyway, because we had all become like a little family at that point. And yeah, that's how I wrote I Don't Know Why.
Hey guys, my name is Jason Gill, and I thought I'd tell you a little bit about how we wrote I Don't Know Why for NOTD. Caroline, great friend of mine, one of the best writers I know. She's told you guys a little bit about, from her point of view as a writer, what she was thinking, what, you know, her ideas, what was happening in her mind. So I thought I'll tell you a little bit about what was happening in the computer from my point of view. So it basically started with this pad, very simple. It's just chords. Good thing with, you know, working with someone like Caroline is that it doesn't take much for her to sort of just find a vibe. Those chords did the trick. She started singing straight away. Problem is that in my mind, I sort of heard it as being a shuffle song, and she didn't, or I mean, I didn't tell her. So I thought I would sneak in, you know, elements of it being, you know, so you could sort of hear that it's shuffle and not straight. So I put down this sort of shaker, just a shaker with the pad. So I remember just like, you know, for her to adjust it being, you know, shuffle and not, you know, straight. It's two different pockets, obviously. So it was a little bit like I had to like guide her, like that's supposed to be quicker, that's supposed to be snappier, and you know, and stuff like that. But she's, you know, she's so easy to work with. So we did that, you know, quite simple. So the song is done. We or not done, but like we did all the vocals, put down as it looks, just the lead. And then I took away the pad, put down this bass.
Keep shaking, put your arms around me and the walls start breaking. Tell me that you found me and the world.
That's also Caroline singing. She has one of the best voices in the world. Okay, I did that. And then I thought it would, because we had this amazing sounding guitar in the studio. And I'm not a guitar player at all. I can play a little bit, but yeah. So we just had this amazing sounding guitar in the studio that, I mean, literally played itself. So I put down this, and this is how the song sort of took the song to where it's like supposed to be in my head, like that's the vibe of the song.
Following the feeling, got no reason I should show up here tonight. And I'm hoping for a signal, but I settle for your body and mind.
Basically. So after that, I thought it would be cool with some harmonies, but instead of, you know, wasting Caroline's time, I did that when I came back to the hotel with this plugin called Little Altar Boy from Sound Toys. It's pretty cool.
Keep shaking, put your arms around me and the walls start breaking. Tell me that you're from me and the world starts changing. I see it all in my mind.
So that was it. For me, as soon as the song was done, I just felt like this should be a noted song. Like that was, I had no one else in mind. I know that me and Caroline discussed that, you know, we should send it to like some you know, DJ, you know, whatever. And I just thought like it would be so cool if Noted did it. So for me it was like we should just send it to them. Then a couple maybe weeks later, maybe months, I can't remember, they sent me back their sort of first version of the song, and I was like, guys, this is amazing. Like, we just have to sort of find, you know, who's singing it, you know. Astrid, I've worked with her for many years. She came through and absolutely, you know, just killed the song. Like, she's so talented. I think with, you know, hearing her sing this song, because this song is, I really like this song. And like, as soon as she put down her vocals, it just felt right. So I think that's about it. Thank you guys so much for listening to the song and supporting the guys, supporting Astrid. See you guys later.
Let's get into the project.
Gonna show some tips and tricks.
Yeah. So the song, by the way, we're muting the lead vocal now when we're going through the production. But yeah, so the song starts with this arp. Play it, Toby.
Oi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's preset here from Massive X. Never really used it, but it's a cool sound. And that pluck arpeggio is also layered with this one.
Beautiful.
And this is from Serum. And also this one. Also beautiful. And this is also Massive X. I think this is probably the only time we use Massive X.
Yeah.
So that's the intro, basically. Also together with Jason's shaker.
Yeah, Jason's shaker.
Here.
It's really good shaker, Jason.
Yeah, it's good.
Shout out to Jason. Here's a picture of Jason.
And we also laid these shakers with some own shakers right there. Very beautiful.
And if you didn't notice it yet, the song is in triplets, just as I Wanna Know.
So, I Wanna Know was a hit, so please make this a hit, guys.
No, but this record also, I think when we got the top line, I think it was written in triplets, and we just loved the top line so much, so we were like, okay, let's do another triplet banger.
Alright, but yeah, that's the intro basically. And then the chords comes in. Yeah, show the chords.
Yeah, so it starts off with a E major, and it goes up to a A flat minor to a G flat major, and back up to the A flat minor.
Yeah. And those chords, it's like basically the same through the whole track. So yeah, so we play these chords with some strings here from session strings, Contact. It's like a EQ on it. Also layered with things on other strings here. Yeah, basically the same. Just like a bit pluckier. So the last layer of the plucks in the verse is this pluck from Serum. It's a really simple saw pluck. Sounds like this with some EQ. So all the layers together sounds like this. Very nice. Oh, it's another layer here. Also Massive X. Shout out to Massive X.
That's a little Dead Mouse type sound actually.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's all the sounds in the verse. Also the arpeggios that we showed earlier is going through the whole verse as well. Then we have some fills right here. And that's from Addictive Drums. And we just drew the MIDI how we wanted the feel to be. Also in the second half of the verse we added this snap. Very nice. And I think that's basically it for the verse. And then the fills comes again here. And now
let's go to a big chorus.
Pre-chorus or chorus pre, I don't know. Yeah, so then it goes to the big chorus.
I like pre-chorus, but it feels like a big chorus. It's weird.
Yeah.
It feels like it's two choruses.
Yeah. So yeah, in this part we really wanted to make it like bigger because the verse is pretty tight with those claps. So we added like big synths right here. Or this is probably strings. Yeah. Also from session strings. Some EQ, and also on all these synths in the chorus we have like a kickstart. So you get the groove, you know. Also this one.
Super retro. Like with this record, it's kind of a retro type
Yeah, it is.
song. Kind of.
Yeah. And it's like a bunch of strings in the whole track, which you will notice later. So that's kind of like the thing with this track. So yeah, this is the synth also. It's like a really reverby preset with also some kickstart and some EQ. Very nice.
EQ is life.
It is. And that's actually all the synths. Then we also had this bass right here from Addictive Keys actually.
It's glow sticks, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's this preset right here. Just change it a little bit, and then actually we have nothing on it because it sounds already good.
Yeah.
And it also have this like kind of kickstart sidechain already to it, so we didn't need to have that. So yeah, that's all the layers for the synths. Then in the second half, we're adding the shakers here.
Get the groove back before the chorus.
Yeah, exactly. And also we have like some big claps with nothing on it. Sounds already good. And also in the second half of the pre-chorus we add the strings like on the claps. So you're getting really ready for the chorus. Also, of course, like some sweep ups, but I'm not really gonna show that because that's boring. It's just like basic sweep ups and sweeps. So yeah, that's the pre-chorus.
And then we come to the main part of the song.
Exactly.
Chorus.
That sounds all together like this. Nice. Also before the chorus, we have this one. Very nice. So yeah, in the chorus we have like a bunch of plucks again, like usual.
The noted plucks.
Yeah.
Indestructible.
So we have this one. I think it's strings. Yeah, it's the same as the verse. It's like louder. One louder.
If you ever watch Spinal Tap, it's a great movie, and it's one louder.
Yeah. Also, we have these like big chords as we showed in the as we showed in the pre-chorus. Also, same plucks as in the verse here, and the dead mouse kind of plucks. Nice. Also added this one. It's so much massive X in this one. That's nice, I guess.
Yeah. Like usually we never use massive.
No. So yeah, that's pretty much all the sounds. It's like a lot of same sounds as in the verse. Just like one louder. No, but then we come to the bass here, which is trillion. So I think this is the main bass. Or no, this is both. I don't know. Yeah, so this is one bass. It's like a really distorted bass from trillion here. Clean Fender mute sustain with some distortion and compression just for sidechain and some EQ. So I guess this bass down here is taking care of the lows. That's why we cut out the lows from this one. So next bass here, also trillion. Retro Cities. I think that's the same as in what it's called, Attention.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, those are the basses in chorus. And together with the synths. Alright, the drums.
Like, this is an important part. Drums, like, is a really big part of a song.
Yeah.
And it's really important because, like, if you have a bunch of groovy stuff, it's really important to get them to counter really good with,
Yeah.
like, other rhythmic, like, synths or whatever. So, like, that's something we always do, like, make sure everything fits, otherwise it will sound like a mess.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
true. So yeah, in this one we really wanted to make like groovy kind of drums.
Yeah.
So the main drums is pretty simple. It's just like claps and this kick. But what makes it all is this addictive drums. which we just like, drew in MIDI how we wanted it, and this like makes it really groovy with all the hi-hats and stuff like that. So together
as well, it sounds super retro, as like the feeling we was aiming for.
Yeah. So together. And then also we have some percussions under here with the shakers. Some more like vintage drums. Some, I don't know, weird stuff.
That's the reaction when you see NOTD dropping a song.
Some like toms. This is like I don't know. Just like small stuff to make it more like interesting and more groovy. So yeah, all the drums and percussions together sounds like this.
And what's interesting is that it feels like it's 4 on the floor.
But it's not really. Yeah.
Like it's kind of 4 on the floor, but if you listen to the song, I always like, when I hear it, feels like it's 4 on the floor, but this kick rhythm or pattern is like more interesting and makes
it's
it groove.
like mainly 4 on the floor, but we have like, as you can see, here's the pattern. So it's mainly like 4 on the floor, but then we have like some kicks in between that's not really 4 on the floor, which give it a nice feeling. Oh no, we have the strings in the drop as well. Yeah, here's the strings. And then in the second half because this strings is following the lead of the vocal. So in the second half we make like, what it's called? Harmonies.
Yeah.
With the strings. And that sounds like this. So yeah, all the layers it starts with this one, which just like some more like sustained notes, and all this is from session strings, and there's pretty much nothing on the strings because they already sound good. We have this one. Which is the main string.
And as we said, it's following the lead vocal because that, like, to make it even bigger.
Yeah.
And like, since it's so string based, it was like, okay, let's make it, how can we make it more about strings? And it just really fit the track.
Yeah. And we also have this layer, which is like a bit more reverb and sustained than the last one. Oh wow. So yeah, the strings together sounds like this. Whoa.
No, it's lagging a bit.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, that's the strings. Also we have, of course, the Jason shaker in the background. The lovely shaker. And then we can just play like some effects we used. Yeah, but that's like really basic, to be honest. It's some sweeps and some tonal stuff.
Some ambience, you know.
Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much the drop, to be honest, with all the vocals on top of that.
So yeah, second verse, as like basically all pop songs are structured, is that it's like a verse, chorus or pre-chorus or chorus later, and then if you have like a big chorus, you tend to like keep stuff from the chorus back into the second verse. You still get like the energy in the right place, because you don't want it too low, you don't want it too high. You just want like perfectly in the middle, and it's just like copy everything, take away some stuff that feels like it's not belonging in a verse, and then you're done, basically.
Yeah. So, and also before the second verse, we have like a small break with the.
So So you can get like to breathe, so,
Yeah.
so you don't like have energy 24/7.
Exactly. So then we just took like the first part of the chords, the plucks, whatever, and took it there. So the first chord plays like twice as long.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much like the chords and plucks is pretty much the same as the first verse, but we added the drums that we use in the drop. I just took away these addictive drums, which made it all like groovy and stuff. So it's just like, it's more simple drums basically. So it's the kick and a clap, the shakers, and like the weird
The weird
Stuff.
tones and stuff.
so yeah, that's what we have in the verse. Also the bass that we used in the drop, but we took away one of the, like the top layer of the bass, so just to have like more low end and then some like impacts and stuff.
You know, the casualties.
Yeah. That's actually like what we have like in the second verse. It's very simple.
And then it comes into the pre-chorus again.
Yeah, and I think the only difference here is that we have the shaker in from the beginning, pre-chorus, and we also have these strings in the beginning of the pre-chorus, so it doesn't come in like in the second half. And then the chorus again is exactly the same.
Exactly. Copy paste.
Yeah.
All the producers know that little
Yeah.
trick.
I mean, pop songs are pretty like, once you get
Yeah.
like the first verse and like a drop, it's pretty simple to produce out the whole track.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not gonna show the second drop because it's the same.
And then into the bridge, it's
Yeah.
like a little longer break. So instead of 4 bars or like 1 bar, it's 2
Yeah.
bars instead.
Yeah.
So just like breathe a little more.
So that sounds like this, right? Like this. So there we have this one, which is more strings. Very beautiful. So that one, and we have nothing on it. And we also have some of the arps playing. When the actual bridge starts, we took away the main arp, so we just have like this more like soft arps.
Because it's a really ambient part.
Yeah, there
Like
is.
we want it to be like really flowy and beautiful.
And we also have like, because after the bridge it builds up to another chorus, but we have used that chorus more like a build up to the last drop.
Yeah.
So when it builds up to the chorus again, we have this one, like filtered strings filtering up.
So it's like a sweep almost.
Yeah, and that's again session strings with this filter, using just to filter it up.
Session strings are massive, are going hard today.
I think that's pretty much it. Oh no, we have the piano here as well, which is keyscape with a EQ on. Oh yeah, also in like that part where you breathe a little bit, that like pause between the bridge, we have this one, which is like
Opera in a church.
yeah, so that's the I don't know why, but pitch down 12 semitones, and it's like double length
Yeah.
with some reverb and delay. Yeah, that's the bridge.
Yeah. And then as Sam said, it's a chorus that doesn't have like it's a build-up chorus into the last part,
Yeah,
which is just like basically the same again. and then it comes just like a little instrumental piece with some ad-libs and stuff to end it all with.
Exactly. So yeah, this build-up part that we're talking about is basically the same as the chorus again, but we took away all the drums. It sounds like this. So we have like pretty much, as you see, all the sounds except this like big synth pad. Also here you have the vocal, the chorus vocal. It builds up very high. And also in the last drop we have this, where is it? Here, this little fill, which we also made with addictive drums. Very nice. And that's pretty much the whole song. Yeah. In the second half of this drop we just have the strings playing without the lead vocal. And so it like, acts more like a drop.
Yeah, it's like an outro drop.
Yeah.
Just felt natural to not end it directly.
Yeah. Yeah, then the song ends. That's it.
So, like, when you produce songs, just like, it's like this is one of those songs where you kind of just really feel where stuff should be. Like, where we wanted to do that chorus, like a build-up thing, instead was like, because it felt really natural to just like come in to something big that's still like rhythmic and going up to a final like drop.
Yeah.
So yeah, just feel the vocal and be like, okay, this should be here and this should be there.
Yeah, and like the drops are, all these drops are exactly the same, but we just, to make the last drop bigger, we just asked Astrid to do like some ad-libs and stuff, which made the last drop like different from the others.
I think it was Max Martin that once said like all the choruses can be the same but just like some slight different like in all choruses, and it like makes a huge difference in the whole track. Like, because I think we said it a bunch of times, like you don't have to hear anything or like everything in a song, but you can feel stuff. So yeah.
Okay, what's up guys? So this is us from the future, because in this episode we have a little bonus for you.
Yeah, so every time we finish a track we send it off to Miles Walker, who is a mixing engineer, and he always gets it to sound perfect, like that little extra sauce. So yeah, he's gonna show a few stuff and talk about what he does and why he do it and stuff like that. So yeah, Miles, kick it away.
Hey, what's going on guys? My name's Miles Walker. I'm the mix engineer that got to work with NOTD on the tune I Don't Know Why. They just ran you through all the fantastic production process, so I'm just going to show you some of the final touches that we put on there to get it to sounding great to your ears. So let's check it out. So the tune was in great shape when it came to me. It was really just about adding a few small elements on the master bus and on the individual buses, maybe hitting a few pieces of analog gear that I work with to give it the final touch to really get it going. The whole mix is routed through the Mixstream summing amplifiers. So basically every single channel in the record gets broken out, so it's all going to analog routing, which gives it a chance to check out all the gear on the multi-track stuff, individual kick, snare, all that kind of stuff. But then I've also got some individual bus work going on over here with the drums, with the vocal, and then finally the whole 2-bus. So for the drums, usually I'm just looking for a little bit of stereo bus compression there, maybe a little stereo EQ, little bottom, little top to get them knocking a little bit more. They were in really good shape, but for this one, I thought a little bit more sauce couldn't hurt, so I added in some of the fatso to really get them punching. Once that was good, I thought I'd just add in a little bit of the stereo Moog EQ and check it out. I did look at the 2500, but I thought it gave it too much squeeze, so I actually backed away from that one today and just ended up with that. Same idea on the vocal bus. The vocals were tracked really great, so they just needed a little bit of EQ here and there, but I just wanted to bring up the whole energy of the performance, especially in the hook. So a little bit of the SSL bus compressor did the trick, along with the nice stereo Baxandall EQ that I had made up. I had the chance to try out the Dangerous compressor too, and it was good, but I thought it gave it a little too much punch. So it was about keeping the performance true and sounding great. Like I said, the whole mix had great energy and a really great performance. So I just added a few of my special sauce pieces in there. The SPL iron compressor and a little stereo EQ from the stereo PQ there, just to give it a little punch and energy overall. But like I said, the tune was in great shape when it came to me. Just needed a few little sprinkles to get it all the way there. It's always a great opportunity to work with Noted on any of their tracks. I think this one was fantastic. Hope you guys got to check out how they put it all together and enjoy listening.
Go stream the song, guys.
Please make it a hit.
Yeah, we need it. No, but legit.
Yeah.
That was it.
Thank you guys for watching. And as we said, check out the song.
And shout out to Astrid for killing the vocals.
Yeah. Shout out to Jason for killing the shaker.
Yeah. And see you next time.
Peace out.